Hello, everyone. Janet Rangi. Thank you so much for following. Happy Saturday, everyone. Okay, as you can see, the title today, My Experience in America, okay, on a visit visa. So I'm going to talk quickly about the visit visa because most of you now know the advantages of a visit visa. But always, before we begin, always know the intent. The intent of coming as a visitor is the most important. Okay, because when you're asking for a visa to come and visit, what are you coming to do in America? To tour, to enjoy, to experience, to share, sightsee. Those are the things you are coming to do what? Temporarily. So that is a visit visa. I've just described very, very important words, and that is what they want to hear. And some of you asked me about the port of entry. By the way, my experience at the port of entry is always interesting, it's always nice. So I don't know. Okay, I know I teach you a lot, some of the things you need to expect when you come at the port of entry so you don't run into issues. Every time I get there, my experience is usually very nice. So I hope even you have a very good experience. In fact, let me read a comment from one of the people that just came recently. Okay, you know, I get a lot of testimonials, but some of you are too scared to come on the screen. What is Ian saying? Welcome, Ian. Let me put your comment there. Thank you so much for coming. I'll make this very brief. Maybe some of you want to see my house a little bit, okay, as we wait for more people to come. Krista, what are you saying? Please don't be angry. Oh, Janet, I need to really know about this H2B visa. When I try to apply, I can't find. Yes, you have a lot to learn. Okay, you have a lot to learn. You see, the most successful people with Janet Rangi have taken the time to watch my videos from the basics. Because sometimes these issues, when you meet a first video, you will jump onto it thinking, voila, opportunity, not understanding how things work. But today we are going to talk about the visit visa because it's very, very interesting how all of a sudden a visit visa has become very, very golden. And thank you so much for coming. And yes, I'll talk about those kinds of visas, but thank you for your contribution because you know what? I'm here because of the visit visa. It's turning golden. First of all, it's not expensive. You're not going to prove a lot of bank statements. I'm just being honest. You're coming to visit your family, the family can take care of you, right? Yeah, you can come for a conference, which these days I don't know that it's very a good idea, which unfortunately some people really want to benefit from conferences, but I don't know that they give enough visas for that. But they definitely give visas to visit your family, to visit your friends, to come for graduation, to come for, appointments, deal making, wherever you are coming on a visit visa, which some of you don't know is called a B1, B2, a visit tourist visa. So for many years, many people came. And I'm saying because since I came to this country, this is what was happening. People just stay. I mean, I've come on a visit visa. Probably I got a harambe. For those who don't know, harambe means, contributions to even buy my ticket. Before I know it, my 6 months are over and I need to go back. And now even probably, I don't even know where to go and start. And I don't have options. So what happens? Visa overstay. People from all over the world, that's what they've been doing. And Janet is saying, no, 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 we are not going to do that. Do we have options? So that's why the title today, My Life in America on a Visit Visa. Okay, so a visit visa, you can come, as I said, as a tourist, come and enjoy. Look at the mountains, look at the hills. I mean, look at the technology and what they have to offer. Of course, you have to be doing very well. You can't be just, not doing very well and then you show up. No. Okay, previous travel is very, very strong. They give those visas. If they see you have that tendency of traveling, it's a good thing anyway. So you come on a visit visa, you come at the port of entry. Of course, I've always told you, you're going to maintain the same story. You're going to maintain the same story you said at the embassy. You said you're coming to visit and you're coming to Orlando, Florida. The story must remain Orlando, Florida, so that there's consistency at the embassy. There's consistency on the plan, right? Then there's consistency at the port of entry. Okay, now you've come with the right intent. Come temporarily, go back. That's what you said, and that's what you want to hear. Thank you so much. Who is that? I'm afraid to apply again in the same situation. When they deny, they give you a letter saying, come back when you're ready, but be prepared to tell us what has changed. It's called 214B. Okay, if you have any issues, please go to janetrangi67@gmail.com so we can see what changes you need to make. I don't know. Okay, but yes, you have to definitely make a change. Okay, you have to, like, I deny you today, and then next week you come. I'll be like, okay, so you thought I was not in my right mind when I denied you. Okay, so be prepared. They're okay you turning around and going back, but be prepared to say what has changed. So many of them, and many of you are right here. Some of us who came on a visit visa, right? So we come, we enjoy, probably you come. Janet welcomes you. This is what you'll meet, okay? All right. Actually, let me give you a tour. We can't make our things very boring. This is Janet Rangi kitchen, okay? This is where I cook, okay? And by the way, I just love white. Maybe that's how serious I am. Look, even in my chairs in the kitchen. White, okay? Look at the floors, white. Look at the island, white, okay? That's my kitchen, okay? Yes. So a tour, you'll come to a house like this one, and you're living for free, basically, because Janet is very nice. I'll give you free food, free transportation, you know. This is a high technology fridge, if you didn't know. I mean, if you want a tour, okay? I can connect internet on this thing here. And it has two places. If you have soda, you can put here. And then I don't even have to open the whole fridge. But if I want the whole fridge, I can open it. It has 2 layers. Okay, so it's a high-tech. It's a high-tech fridge. Okay, of course, I have a double oven. Okay, you know. So you'll come to a house like this. Me, I'll give you things for free. Free food, I'll take you to the mall because you don't have a job yet. Okay, so that was my life, actually. So I went to someone's house, they welcomed me. You know, I'm a visitor, so I don't even have to cook. By the way, I'm this serious. Even after the kitchen, this is, look, everything matches. I'll give you the tour of the whole house later on, but do you see the house? Basically, that is a 360 of the house. Okay, that's where Janet sits when I'm not doing videos with you. This is where I sit. Basically, I have everything white. Even my lamps are white. Okay, yeah, that door, don't worry, this one will have to go. This door here has to go. This is just a shade, so don't judge. Okay, I can remove it. Even the wall things are white. Okay, so basically, that's one day I did go on YouTube. You'll find my house tour, but I'll do a very nice one for you. That's what that, you know. That's where I sit. I do these things on my own. You see, even my pillows, themselves are everything. And go, look. Even if I sit on the floor, this is Janet for you. You see, that's my living room. No fakeness. Okay. So I'll give you free food for 6 months. So what happened to me? I knew a friend. And this friend advised me to go. Sorry, I'm breathing hard because I have to walk around. After the port of entry, the most important thing now is to find people whom you can talk to. So someone called me. Guess where they called me from? Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington. Why? Because it's just an immigrant-friendly city. So I said, I'm not coming. I'm busy and I need to go back home. That's what happened to me. Remember, my intent was to come visit and go. So I said, I'm going to go back home. But in the airport, I met another person. And I gave her the number. That one told me, Janet, I'm going to go where? To Seattle, Washington. And this is where the story begins. So this person went to Seattle, Washington. For, you know, when you come at the port of entry, they'll give you 6 months, if you didn't know. So a visit visa, usually, depending on your country, they give 1 year visa, 2 year visa, 5 year visa, or 10 year visa. That does not mean you're coming to stay here for 1 year, 2 years, 5 or 10. When you reach the port of entry, okay? Yes, so Janet, you are going to host us. Yes, I'm going to host you. I love you so much. Yes, You gave me hope and inspiration. Hope to meet you one day. Thank you so much. I love you. Okay? Yeah. Don't the kids mess the house? No, we are very clean. Okay? And I don't have young kids. I don't advise this lifestyle for people who have young kids. Okay? Yeah, this is not a lifestyle for. It's a lifestyle for people who value cleanness, and let me add loneliness. I enjoy being alone. Okay, so welcome to Janet Rangi. You are my only friends. So never mind that you don't have friends. Me, I've not had friends, and it has worked for me. Okay, so this I just stay alone and I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm just telling you the truth. You are my friends. So when you reach the port of entry, they'll give you 6 months, which I call the I-94. I-94 record, okay, the entry departure. So they're like, okay, we gave you a visa for 5 years, and we told you to stay for 6 months. Now, some of you want to stay like 5, and then you say, but they told me 6 months, I can stay as long as I want. No, but even you said you're coming for a 3-day conference. So who is right, who is wrong? It's the intent. So if you want to stay longer and you exit for a week or 2, you come back immediately. They just want to know your intent. That's it. So have an explanation. So the reason why I'm telling you this, so me, I come to visit, I stay with someone, but then my friend that I meet at the airport decides to take the phone and then go to Seattle, Washington. And then she called me later and she told me, Janet, let me tell you my experience in Seattle, Washington. I said, okay. She said, Janet, thank you for giving me that number. Because guess what? The state where I was, people are boring. People were not welcoming to me. And I mean people from our community, from the Sunshine Continent, they were not doing very well. But when I went to Seattle, Washington, they were very welcoming. I was busy. And then, things happened and I planned to go back home. And then I said, oh, so did you prepare money? She said, Janet, I'm not broke. I am not broke. In fact, after a few months now, after staying here, I've seen opportunities. And, my intent was to go back home. And now it's been 3 to 4 months. And now I feel like staying. And because these people here are very nice to me, they are very kind. And then I asked her, your pocket? She said, I'm not broke. I am not broke. Actually, I've made arrangements and I plan to go to school. And guess what, Janet? I have money for the whole fall semester and even into the next year. So I'm just telling you what happened to that girl. And, I like her. I say you took courage and went to Washington State, to Seattle, Washington. Me, honestly, I love traveling. I love touring. So I had to enjoy my family. And I had to come and see, just go to the movies and see the nice roads and visit people and enjoy. So that's what I did. But my friend went to Seattle, Washington. Okay. So now I said, you know what? So since you want to stay, it's good. Your intent is good. You came and then you want to go back. But if you want to go back, then you have to find the right way of doing things. I said, Janet, tell me more about that. I said, you know what? If you have no time to decide, you can always extend. Don't let your visa expire. She said, Janet, I didn't. I said, wow, where? I said, I-539. From I-539 for change of status. Okay, your intent has to be to come and go, but never let your papers expire. Hey, Janet, thank you. Hey, that's an option. I say, yeah, that's an option. Leave alone those people who did Arambe. They did not have money. Then they just decided to overstay the visa. They're in problems. They're in hot water now. I mean, they can't do much. They might not be broke, but they are not, I'm not seeing some form of stability. She said, Janet, thank you so much for that explanation. I think my plan is to go home, but if I change my mind, obviously, I'll consider extending. I said, okay. And then she said, Janet, but you know where I am? I had some issues at home. I said, which issues? I had some very, very tough issues at home. I feared for persecution. I said, what kind of persecution? You mean you feared for your life? I said, hey, please, safety first. Yes, and I've had people here, sometimes they talk about this, something called asylum. I say, oh, wow, that's a big word. I say, are you ready for that? I mean, it's safety first. And so she said, Janet, what are the advantages and disadvantages of this asylum? I say, yeah, I mean, they will give you papers to work. They will provide safety. Actually, that is what you're telling them, that you don't feel safe to go back home, so you can't go back home. If you go back home, it means that solution has been that's a problem has been resolved. So I'm just talking about my experience in America on a visit visa, and this is a friend I'm talking to. So she's telling me her experiences, and even me, I'm doing my research online on the website, and I'm sharing with her this information. So I told her, yes, they will keep you safe. They'll give you a work permit. You'll go to school legally anywhere in the United States. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Hey, I say, yeah, it sounds good. I'm happy for you because now you're going to feel safe. It sounds good. But they said, but do you have family at home? She said, yeah, I have friends. I said, my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, my grandma, my husband, and my kids are all there. I said, that is bondage. Once you decide that thing, it's good. Okay, you might not stress. I don't have to work. I don't have to worry about the work permit. I don't have to worry about Janet has said empower loans. I can just get empower loans and go to school, to nursing school. I mean, a job is nice. I have everything I want. Janet, that sounds good. I said, it sounds good. I said, when will you see your mother? When will you see your brother? No, Janet, yeah, that is bondage, but it sounds like honey. I say, okay, you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. So me and how we are having conversations. Do you see when you have classy friends, how the conversation is very classy? That is why I don't have friends, because when I have you, my friends, you can see the kind of conversations we are having. They are here, top tier, top tier, top tier. We are looking for solutions. That is the truth. And me, I'm helping. Okay, I'm helping my friend to get good solutions. Yes. So that's okay. She said, Janet, you know what? You've told me about this extending. I think that will give me more time to think. And this, busy thing they called asylum, I have to think, because they're going to protect me, but those issues, I don't know, maybe one day they'll be resolved, but that's something for me to think about, because now I'll have working papers, I'll go to school, but I'll definitely miss my family. I say, yes, exactly. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. On one side, it's a equilibrium, a pendulum. Honey, bondage, honey, bondage, honey. I said, okay. I said, Janet. Then she said, Janet, is that the only solution? And then I reminded her, are you broke? She said, Janet, I'm not broke. I am not broke. I have money. I said, okay, good. Then you can take a ticket and go home. I said, how much money you have? I said, I have enough even to go to school. I have enough to go back home and all. I said, okay. She said, Janet, do you have any other option? I said, let me read. I read about more options, and then I'll come back to you tomorrow. But you go and do your research too. Okay, go and do your research. So we go to bed, and then I say, you know what? Let me tell her about this option. She keeps on saying she has money to go to school, and she's telling me she'll go home, and then she's fearing persecution. I said, this girl is confused, but she's my friend. So I have to help her. I have to help her. Okay. Yeah. How should I phrase during hi, Janet, I'm Kevin from Nairobi. I got a new job 1 month after filing out my DS-16. I didn't. You might have to say that in the interview. I don't know. Or you update it. You might want to, but yeah. If you have a better job, that is even good, and articulate that in the interview to prove ties back home, that you have a job, you'll go back home. I think so. Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com for those of you who have windy questions. Okay. Tell me how I can access you. Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. Usually Sam is here, he can type for you. Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. Okay, very nice. Okay, yes. So asylum cases take forever. Yes. Okay, so remember, and thank you for sharing that, Gichuki Marania. Okay, so the goal is to stay safe, or you want them to hurry up. You see, these cases, you cannot hurry anyone up, because you've told them life at home is not good. That's why you're declaring Ukimbizi, right? Because you fear for persecution. So why would they be in a hurry? But they've provided you safety. They've given you a place to sleep and eat and drink. Think like that. Right? But if you feel like, you need things to work quickly, then you might have to go home. To them, a green card is not a priority. The priority is what? Protection. Thank you so much for that contribution. And that is why they have a backlog in the millions. You see, if you declare that Ukimbizi, what they are giving is protection. But they are not promising a green card. For you to get the green card, the judge will decide. Do I trust your story or I don't? And that line can be as long as 5 years, 10 years, 15 or 20. That's why you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do you now, guys? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand now? Yes, I did a whole class on this. Okay. So now you have to give a good story that you actually fear for persecution. But meanwhile, they've kept you safe. They have kept you safe. So you can't complain. You can't complain. So now, if you go to the court and then the judge listens to your case, they trust your case, they say, voila, green card. If they don't trust, then put you on the plane to go back home. Okay. So, Janet, so anyway, you guys, you made me digress, but I'm still talking about the options of this visit visa because I have my friend who has gone to Seattle, Washington. She's thinking about going back home, which is a very, very good option. But in case she wants to learn, because when you come here, you network, you see things, you hear. So, and then I said, okay, let me talk to you about one more option. She said, Janet, which option? You say, as you said, you have money for school. She said, yeah, I have money for school. I have money for school. I said, okay, you can do something we call change of status from a B1, B2 to a to F1, which is a student visa. Hey, Janet, how? And then she's like, but what are the benefits? Do I have to go to school? I said, then why did you change? Did you change the visa to stay home or did you change to go to school? So do you see? So I'm just talking about the advantages and disadvantages of this thing. So listen carefully. Listen carefully what I'm talking about. It's not just looking at my kitchen. I love you. I love your comments. Thank you so much for coming. I love you. I love you so much. Okay. Yes, you can't travel and you are an asylum. Definitely, if you travel, it means that the issue has been resolved, especially if you go to the danger zone. Okay. Yes, as in you can work. That's why I say they will give you a work permit. They'll give you, you can go to school, you can work. Didn't you hear me say one pendulum? Honey, bondage. Honey, bondage is up to you. Okay. But if you really fear for your life, then it should not be a choice, right? That is just how I look at it. Okay. What can be done? Reapply. What if you go for interview and a student visa, then the interview says you can't leave your husband for 4 years? What can be done to reapply? You see, some of you, I love you, Lois. I love you. Thank you so much for that. Janet talks about so many visas, so please pardon me if you are new on this page. Okay, Janet can be talking about a visit visa, but people have questions about so many other things, and we understand on this page that's just how we roll. You might have to adapt to that. So this one has a good question. The way I look at it, that was an opportunity for you to answer a question. And that's why we say it's how you answer the questions. So you can't say, how will I reapply? I wish, Lois, you could be live. I asked you some questions. I'm not saying you, but the way you've presented that question, let me just read to the audience and I'm going, and then we'll see. What if you go for interview under student visa, then the interview says you can't leave your husband for 4 years? Then what happened after they asked you? Did you just walk away or what did you answer? I would want to know. How do you reapply? It means they denied you. To me, that is just a question, and maybe you did not answer appropriately because probably you did not read, you did not understand the benefits of a student visa. And the benefits of a student visa, as I was saying, when you change from a visit to student, if you go to school, you can always apply for your spouse. So for me, I would have told them, my first year, I need to focus on my school, or the first semester, I need to know how transportation works. I need to know how life is in the United States, and then make sure I'm, used to the lifestyle. My lecturers, make sure I'm doing very well in school, paying my fees. And then after 1 or 2 semesters, I will consider bringing my husband on F2. That's the law. I would have asked what she's trying to get at. That is your knowledge base. I think you did not know. So if you don't tell them, then they don't know. They feel like, I don't know. I have to know you personally. JanetRangi67@gmail.com. But that's what I can think offhand. And even did you say, these days with this technology, we sacrifice as a family. I do a lot of FaceTime, or I do a lot of video on WhatsApp with my husband. We have in good communication. And also students on F1 are allowed to go back home during holidays. So did you even tell him that, or her, that you'll be traveling during holidays when you get a chance to go and see your husband? So sometimes they will tell you a catchy phrase like that, and you can rearrange that phrase because you have knowledge. You understand? So students are allowed to travel outside the United States and come back in on F1 student visa. They can work on campus 20 hours per week. They can get a social security number. Okay. And there are more benefits. So the reason why someone is changing from visit to student, it automatically extends their stay as long as they want to go to school. I hear people asking me, how long will they extend my visit visa if I change to student? Yeah, they will cancel the visit and make you a student. And so long as you are going to school, you're here legally, meaning you can finish your 6-month course, transition into a community college for 3 years, transition into a BSN, BSN, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, bachelor's degree. You can transition into a master's and PhD. The sky is the limit. That's what we mean. So that's the benefit of switching. So I had to tell my friend my research about changing from a visit visa to student visa. That is a very lengthy process, and each school is different. So consider that. Okay, I hope I helped you. But that question came in very handy because I was trying to explain the benefits of changing from visit visa, okay, to student. Time will be extended automatically. You don't have to worry about, I need to exit, I need to exit, I need to exit. If you've done the right thing, and if you've done the paperwork, and if they have received your application and they've given you permission to wait, okay, yeah, I hope that one helps. So I talked to my friend about this option. She said, Janet, that sounds interesting. Why? Because even if I fear for persecution, even if I fear for my life, me being a student in the United States, it's going to give me the protection I need. I'm going to still improve on my career. I'll have time to get away if I want in the future to permanent residency. I can work on that, and I can still keep in touch with my family. I can still travel back home instead of being on this, this situation where I don't know the next time I'll see my family. So that brings me to this point. This one, pay attention, write down. Some of you call me, you should be calling your lawyer. Anyway, but let me help you in this situation from my research, based on my research and my reading. Okay? If you can't, you change from a visit visa to a student visa. I want to go home. I want to go home. Yeah, you go. How will you come back in? If you leave this country and they've changed you, because when you're here, they give you a notice called 797C, approval notice, your visa has been cancelled from visit. Now you are formally a student. You can live here as long as you're going to school. But once you exit, do you know what you've done? You've just cancelled that process because they did not put F1 on your passport. They are okay with you. They are cool with you. They are cool. They are cool. You're going to school here. Very cool with that situation. But you've cancelled it by going out. So if you go out, then you have to start the whole process again. It's called visa stamping. Visa stamping is like applying again. And I get many people saying, but Janet, is that process guaranteed? I'm not the embassy. How can I guarantee that? I cannot guarantee that for you. I can't. And I know most of you want me to say, yeah, guarantee me. I can't guarantee you. All I know is they've been gracious. You've come in as a visitor. You've made an application. They've changed for you to student. Instead of utilizing that, now you're probably crossing borders because of and the biggest issue usually is relationships. Many of you are young and I'm not saying you make wrong decisions, but in my opinion, they are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will email you. Thank you. How is Colorado State? America is the same everywhere. Okay. What is this? Janet, how long do you wait to change status? Okay, good thing. Good question. I'm gonna answer that. Yeah, some of you get a very good opportunity. They change for you from visit to student. Guess what you do? You exit. You're exiting because of our boyfriend. You're exiting because of our boyfriend. They told you there are no boyfriends in America. You can exit for your husband. You cannot exit for your boyfriend. I'm just telling you, I'm being honest. Wrong decisions. And you can't convince these people. You cannot convince that what they are doing is wrong. I love you, I love you, I love you. Janet, I was on the other app here, on the TikTok, and someone said, Janet, I like you because you tell us the truth the way it is. There's no need to sugarcoat. You have an opportunity. Your parents are very proud of you. And then now you decide that a boyfriend is more important. How about if maybe he promised you a ring in the airport? Me, I don't know. If he promised you a ring in the airport, maybe it's a good decision. But if he didn't promise you a ring, I don't know that it's a good decision. You finish your nursing school, you'll meet after graduation. There is FaceTime, there is a video conference. You can meet after school, you can meet. But for now, no, you focus. That was just a. So anyway, when you come to America, you have to prove the intent. You can't just show up today. So it's going to take you some months before you start these applications, okay? And the schools will guide you. But generally speaking, you're going to, by around 9 months, you've changed everything. Okay, that is about how long it will take you to do that. Okay, if any of you has any questions on this process, it's not an easy process, and the schools are the ones that have to sponsor you. You cannot sponsor yourself change of status, and not every school does change of status. So this is the very, very good discussion I had with my friend. And guess what? After careful consideration of our discussion with my friend who was in Seattle, Washington, she came back and told me, Janet, I've decided I'm going to do change of status. I said, whoa, congratulations. I said, that was not an easy decision, but congratulations on that decision. She said, thank you, Janet, thank you. Okay, janetrangi67@gmail.com. Janet, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I said, so how do you plan to use it? She said, Janet, once I change, my plan is to do nursing, have a good career, stability, job stability, and so far, if you are a nurse in the United States, they'll give you a green card eventually. I said, good choice. Did you see how my friend turned herself from a visit visa to become gold, and then became a career? And if you're a couple, the husband maybe is an engineer, and engineers don't like dealing with blood. They like dealing with bridges, big things. You understand? And so the wife went to nursing, and the husband remained an engineer. They are doing very well. They have a nice car. They have beautiful kids. And now they are saving money. In fact, the last time I spoke to them, they've bought a very cute apartment in Kilimani, in Nairobi. And the apartment is on Airbnb. Yes. And now, when their kids are about, school or college, they plan to retire at home. Okay, did you see that? Do you see how people think out here? Okay, and the husband is very ambitious. I don't see him like just being on the job. He plans to start a business, and that business will trend. Yeah, this one is going, I think she's going to Blantyre. You see? The thing is, these things, why is our visit visa nice? Do you see? It's capital. It's capital. I'm telling you that's just the truth. Sometimes, even if you want to do business, you need somewhere to start. Eh? American ingum, American ingum, American ingum, America is hard. America is, how hard is it? It's giving you capital. Come and struggle. Let me tell you before I close, by the way, let me tell you a story. So I was at the airport. This thing of saying American ingum, don't watch too much TV. That's the problem. You watch too much TV. America is good. Okay? Don't watch too much TV. I mean, they have their weaknesses. Okay, and it's always good for us to complain sometimes. And they used to us complaining. They gave us something called free speech, so we talk. But they are nice. So my story at the airport. So I'm waiting for the carousel. Do you call it carousel? At the port of entry, by the way, these days, I don't even need my passport. I just enter there. They say, US citizens, I show them, then I show my face like this. Then they say, check mark, that is Janet. Welcome to America. They've improved. Now I'm telling technology, I just walked in. I say, United States citizens coming in the customs departments. I walk. Stand here, I stand the camera. I'm like, oh, it better show a green tick. It doesn't show red, I'm in trouble. Okay. Then boom, my picture say, check mark. Welcome back home. I say, thank you. So I go in. They're always nice to me. I don't know why. The port of entry, they are always nice to me. Okay, maybe because I'm a citizen anyway, but they're nice generally. So I go to the carousel. Guess what? This man who looks like he's in his 60s with a beautiful wife, a white man, okay, with his beautiful wife, he comes to me. All of us, the wife is there. He said, hi. Me, I can see, you can tell, around 68, rich looking. The shirt is, how they look, well-ironed shirt. I'm telling you, very rich. You can just tell this man is rich. And we've come from a long flight, and he's smelling good. I'm almost like, sir, can you tell me what perfume you use? But of course I can't. But I'm wishing to get that perfume so even me, I can have it in my family. So But the wife said, do you know what this white man say? Hello. I say, hi, how are you? He say, oh, long journey. I say, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I think maybe he's just saying hi to me. Then the man says, that's my wife, and she's gonna take care of all our bags. So I was just idle, and I said, why can I come and help this beautiful lady? I said, hey, you better not say aloud your wife is across. Hey, the man was nice. Instead of helping the wife, he came to help me remove my bags. And the wife is so nice that it was a cute couple. Let me just put it across like that. He said he has nothing to do and he has seen me. He said, the carousel is going around. So he's going to wait for the suitcase. I said, how many do you have? I said, I have 3. He said, no problem. As soon as they come, just let me point them out and then I'll check the for you. The man stood there. He waited for my bags, removed them and put on the trolley. And then they left with the wife. Talk about the angels just showing up. I'm like, what did I do to deserve this service? Hey, and then American Ngoma. America. How is America bad? That is on American. Doesn't know this girl. Very nice to me. I'm telling you. And the wife is very nice, smiling. So sometimes you watch too much TV. I'm telling you, these things of watching us on social media, you get influenced with what we say. These are good people. Just smile and get money. Who is against the dollar? Of course, that that is a political topic. But I'm just saying, I'm here to get capital. How many of you are here to get capital? Yes. Yes, thank you so much. Someone is saying, I like how eloquent and informed you were with immigration information. Oh, how nice. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I invested time in reading. I also invested time to go to school for these things so that when I come to my people, I'm talking sense. Okay, I'm talking sense to you. I'm not talking about guesswork. So basically what I'm saying, this place can give you capital to even start good things at home. If you're that person who says, me, I can never leave home, but then you have to make quality yourself at home. Maybe you're just enjoying the garden and making, growing tomatoes in the backyard and enjoying. That is okay. But if you also want to start a business and you don't know where to start, this is the place to start. I'm just telling you the truth. Me, America gave me capital. I invested myself and then America gave me capital. So I hope that it's going to be the same way to you. Okay. So what am I saying? Basically, my experience in the United States on a visit visa, I came to, a house like this. People are nice to me. Janet, will be nice to you. I can host you here. You have free everything. We go to the movies. I take you to interesting places to tour, to enjoy and everything. But I had my friend who got numbers, decided to go to Seattle, Washington, because she was not broke. If you know, you know. Some states you can be there and you are broke because things are very expensive. But some states, the things are not expensive. So you will never be broke. Is anyone understanding what I'm saying? Is anyone understanding what I'm saying? Please, if you're understanding what I'm saying, you just have to go to states that are manageable. So my friend went to Washington State, decided that she might go home. Then, we had a very academic discussion. And we said, you know what, you have to keep your visa. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce is sharing with you guys the email, which I love. Okay. janetrangi67@gmail.com. If you have any questions on these processes, sometimes are not as easy as you think. Okay. Janet also works with lawyers. I work with schools that have the resources to help you go through these processes successfully. Okay, janetrangi67@gmail.com. We are not going to spoil any of our visas. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So those visas are not easy to come because sometimes they think you are not going to go back. Okay. Tucson is beautiful. Okay. Beautiful Tucson. I don't know that people make money there though, and they're like us on visit visas. Hey, let me see. Okay. So you have to go to places where the law is very friendly to you. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Okay. All right. Look, they are here. Some of you who wanted to meet these Americans there, they look in the comments. Go and text them. That's how you make connections. Janet, I have no host. Janet, I have no host. They are here in the comment section. You look at them. They also have dollars. Okay. They have dollars. Okay. They can send you some dollars. I'm just being honest. Send them dollars. The person from us, send our people dollars. Yeah, they are here in the comment section. Lifestyle, thank you for your comments. I love you. I love you, all of you that have come on there. You see, I've featured your comments Okay, all right. So in a nutshell, never spoil your papers. Your intent is to come and go back, but in the event that you change your mind, do the right thing. Okay, and I've just said extending a visa is an option. Asylum is an option for those who fear for persecution, and student visa is also an option. Okay, yeah. Some of you in the middle, and then you fall in love. I'm like, me, I'd rather do things my own way. Well, you can never stop people's love. But by the way, that's an option if it's legitimate. Yeah, it has to be legitimate. Okay, that one is a green card too. Okay, but me, I'm just talking about, how hard. And I've always talked about the EB3. I will do the EB3 green card once the lawyer and the recruiter come back with more jobs. For now, they don't have any jobs, so we are not taking any applications. I don't want to hold anyone's money in my website because it's big money. Okay, I want immediately the jobs come when the lawyer tells us, as soon as you pay me, I forward your big money to the company so that they can start processing for your green card. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Asanteni sana for following, and thank you for spending time with me in my kitchen. Long time since I did my video in this kitchen. Okay, and I gave you a tour of my house a little bit. That's the living area, round, and this is my kitchen. Okay, thank you so much for coming. Do the right things. I'll continue doing for you videos. Merci beaucoup. Muchas gracias. Zikomo. Asanteni sana, and God bless you, Esther. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Okay, see you guys.